How's it going, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and I'm back with more exclusive breaking news from the world of the Marvel Omnibus. So let's go ahead and get started. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of this omnibus coming out in 2024. I teased a little bit, I probably teased a lot whenever I made the ROM, the original Marvel Years Omnibus Volume 1 announcement, and I said to come back, because I had another big announcement, and I do, and that is today. So go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. That really does help with our YouTube algorithm and our channel keep growing. Stay away from the comments section. If you want to be surprised, then afterwards, by all means, let us know which cover and what you think of the content. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And thank you so much to all the folks that shared our videos in the past and continue sharing them on Reddit, on Facebook groups, on forums, or social media. My goodness, you all are truly the best. All right, so this is another one that brings me a lot of pleasure to get to announce, mainly because this one means a lot to me too, and people that have been asking me if there was any way that this is ever going to come out in proper collections. Where are these collections? And it was the same question I would have too, because when I first started getting into the collected editions game, my goodness, a couple of decades ago, I was wondering, where are all these books? These are going to get lost to the passage of time if we don't collect them. Sure, you can get the single issues, but it's the home of collected editions. It is my absolute pleasure to get to announce the return of these characters to Marvel Comics. And with their very first omnibus coming out in April of 2024 is the Micronauts, the original Marvel Years Omnibus, Volume 1. That's right, Volume 1. I love when they put that in there. So let's take a look at the standard edition cover. And we are kicking off the Micronauts original Marvel Years covers with the first of 4. That's right, we're going to have 4 covers. This is your standard edition cover, and this dynamic cover is drawn by the legendary Dave Cockrum. It is from the first issue of the Micronauts and introduces us to not only the protagonist of the stories, but also the antagonist. So before talking about those characters and the stories in here, let's take a look at what is collected in the first omnibus. So this particular omnibus collects the Micronauts, the 1979 series 1 through 29, and annuals 1 and 2. It also contains the material from Micronauts Special Edition number 1 through 5. So this omnibus is presented in a stunning restoration. It is complete with letter pages and will have all the bonus materials in here, like the house ads and original artwork plus more. So you're getting the whole shebang. I love it. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first direct market cover. So what we're looking at here is the direct market cover by the legendary Steve Ditko. This one is from the annual and also features an array of characters, including 2 of the big supporting cast members and the new member that joins later on. Let's talk a little bit about this. So what is collected in here is the introduction to the microverse, the introduction to these characters that are trying to help the home world get liberation from the evil nemesis, Baron Karza. So in here you get to meet the characters of Commander Ran, you get Princess Marionette, Bug, who I'm sure some of you may be familiar with if you've read the modern classic Cosmic Saga. I love to throw the word classic in there with modern. Biotron. Who else is in here? Oh, Acroyer and Microtron later on joins the team too. Now, those aren't the only characters, but those are your main cast of characters in this particular collection. You get to know them. The first 12 issues are drawn by Michael Golden, written by Bill Mantlo, but you also have artwork in here from Howard Chaykin and Pat Broderick. But before I go any further, let's go ahead and take a look at the other direct market cover. So this is the second direct market cover. This one is supplied by Butch Guice, and it's a big, beautiful image of the main cast of Micronauts, with, of course, Baron Karza hanging out in the back. Now, the characters don't just stay in the microverse. They do come to Earth quite a number of times, and they have a few team-ups, actually more than a few team-ups with some of the Marvel characters like Captain Universe, Man-Thing, S.H.I.E.L.D. plays a part in the earlier stories. There's a team-up with the Fantastic Four with them and Psycho Man that kind of ties the Microverse up to the Marvel Universe. And here is another direct market cover. This one here supplied by Michael Golden, who drew the first 12 issues of Micronauts with Bill Mantlo writing the stories. And, of course, the series went on. It went on to issue number 59, and then it got rebooted into the Micronauts. I think it was called the New Voyages, and that lasted for another 20 issues. So, my point is, there's definitely more stories to be collected in omnibus format. So I've said it before, make sure you pre-order this as soon as it becomes available for pre-order. But that is the other big breaking news. Rom and Mike, are you kidding me? Like, no, there was no way this was ever going to happen. And they're finally back at Marvel Comics. And it just makes me so happy to see the words, the original Marvel years, both for Rom and Micronauts Omnibus. So, let me know in the comments down below which cover you're going to get and your memories of Micronauts. For me, it was the beginning of X-Men and Micronauts that got me to buy a bunch of back issues because I had to find out who these little characters were that teamed up with the X-Men, so I got a bunch of back issues, and man, that's all she wrote. But that's it. Thank you again to Marvel. Thank you to David Gabriel for making this possible. And I have no words. That's all I got. Make mine Marvel.